You're really well lit.
You're looking very lit today.
Say, fam, you're looking real lit today. Whoa.
I'm even more lit.
Oh, God. Oh, you're cracking open a cold one.
Yep.
Oh, look at you. I do have some wine. I bought from Happy Hour.
Yeah, I don't.
We're gonna have a pregame for that.
Just
Not yet.
hold off.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, that's my.
Don't do it 2 minutes in, if that. You know.
Peer pressure.
I mean, I know this is a taxing experience for us all, but I mean,
I'm sweating now that I have a light on.
that's
terrible.
why I try not to use lights if I can, because it gets fucking
It's
like every
very
time I've done the
bright.
showy show, all 3 times.
You did it 3 times? When did you do the 3rd time?
Third time was I've brought this up before. The second week I did 2 episodes, and one of them ended up being a Patreon exclusive that no one's watched.
You're telling me the showy show isn't a selling point on our Patreon? Is that
Apparently it's not, because no one's gone over there to see it.
people don't want to pay us money to watch that?
I guess not.
I thought we had to pay people money to watch that.
Is that why people watched it?
Yeah, I'm out of $27.
Oh, so also not too long after we did the last episode of this very show, which we'll get into in a second, I saw a video of the McElboys, as I like to call them, beautiful McElboy brothers, but just the 2 of them. It was just Justin and Travis. They were at some convention doing something, and talking about doing podcasts and stuff. And they talked about how you should always treat each episode as if it's someone's first episode. And I realized we never do like introductions or anything. Like, we sometimes say the name of the show.
It's usually like 10 minutes in, we're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the podcast you're watching.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe we do that. So,
okay, fine. What is this? Not really, but kinda, right?
what are you going to do?
Crusty Pickle Grandmas.
I got this story.
Did he just cut out for you too?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Not Really, But Kinda. The best show in the world, maybe. Kinda. Not really.
Because you made one single tone. Discord's like, that must just be noise. Let's get rid of that.
Cut it out.
Like, ooh! Ooh!
I'm Ortron Kiss, your lovable, not
Ortron
the host.
Kiss, ooh.
And then we got Cosmic Chris over to my
No,
direction.
no, hold on now.
Or
So
that
this
direction.
is one of the things I want to work on. Because, like, yeah, for whatever reason, I get a lot of anxiety about names, among a billion other things. So we got to work this out. What do we say? Also, very importantly, because I'm the host, you bitch, quit taking my job.
Not really, but kinda.
You know, we got to... we gotta figure out which order we do things in, because, you know, it'd be nice if we just go like, boom me, boom this person, boom that person, and we just kind of boom, boom,
I'm
boom,
your
boom,
middleist brother.
You are in the middle, so maybe I can't just assume you'll go second for
I'm
the
your
video
middleist
portion of
idiot.
this very podcast.
Well, you know, I don't really know whose side everybody's on, so.
So, Kit, you're on the left, Chris
To
is in
the
the middle,
left,
and I'm
to
on the
the
right.
left.
Your left or my left?
My left.
He's
So that means I'm first?
Yes.
Kit is now the host just by Discord.
Oh! I am the host.
I'm the host
I
of
did
this
it.
call. I'm the host of this show, and for a long time, Discord would always stick me before everyone else, and for whatever reason,
Yeah,
right now, it's
you're
like,
on the left for me, but because right now we're making a lovely Kit sandwich, you and I,
Yeah, we are.
on my screen, which I think is the best perspective to have.
I'm all the way on the right because, you know, I'm right.
because you're a Nazi.
Oh, dropping that bomb 3 minutes
Hey.
into the podcast.
I'm not the one who brought it up initially.
Welcome to Not Really But Kinda, a Nazi podcast.
So
the most
let's see.
racist podcast on the internet. Not really, but kinda.
That joke could work a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, 2015. That joke could work. In 2015 wasn't 2 years ago. It's almost
It's a little bit more.
more.
It's almost 2019 now.
Jesus
in the year
fuck.
of our
Okay,
Lord.
anyway, so in like 2015 that joke could work, but in 2018 you might be like, oh, cool, Nazis, yeah. And so I hate the future.
Yeah, the future's stupid.
That's what I'm getting at.
Let's go back to the past. That sounds good.
But anyway, if you didn't know, this is the most consistent, we do it every week podcast on the internet. Not really, but kinda. I'm one of your hosts, me. I don't know what to see.
Don't say your name.
I don't like names. They give me so much anxiety, but we
It's
have
your name.
I know. I don't. Listen, I can't control how my brain decides to do things. Anyway, and then
Does one of us need to say your name for you?
maybe
You can just be like, my name is.
my
and Kit will
name is
go,
me.
Terry.
Don't worry about it. And join. See, like, and one thing with this show is also very much inspired by, as we've mentioned countless times, Game Over Greggy show, and actually just all kind of funny. They always have nice introductions where, like, Nick Scarpino, he's the producer / seducer, and then Tim Geddes is the pure one, and the Hispanic heartthrob, Andy Cortez. But we don't have any fun shit like that.
I am Chris, your future creative director
Oh,
over GoBicker.
here we go. What month is it? September? We've got to get going on that election shit because the election's in November. Anyway,
When's November?
We'll
2
talk about
months?
that later.
We got time.
Plenty of time that we'll procrastinate through. And then on the end there, video wise,
Me?
doesn't fucking matter for audio though. I guess it's Kit.
Unless you do dynamic audio to where you only hear Terry out of your left ear,
Yeah,
and
binaural
Kit out of your right
thing.
ear, and I'm in the middle, stuck in the middle with you.
Imagine. So it's like you close your eyes, it's like, yeah, I'm right here, Kit's right here, and you're just here.
Hi, I'd really like to get to know
we do,
you, friend.
We get like smell-o-vision too, so you can just smell us talking to you.
Welcome to Not Really But Kinda, an ASMR podcast.
Ugh, God.
Oh God, no.
I can't imagine enjoying ASMR, especially the ones that are like, "Ooh, here's a ASMR of me eating almonds." It's like, oh no,
I'm gonna eat this pack of great value almonds in front of you now. Don't you feel so relaxed?
Why is there always like popping in ASMR?
It's always so weird. I don't
it's
understand
weird.
that.
Like it's like, oh, you're rubbing my ear. Then why is there popping noise?
yeah.
Because some of it I can understand, because some of that stuff does like make the tingle, but it's also very awkward when it's just like some dude who's like, "Hello there,
Yeah, the
I'm
videos are
going
the
to
worst
rub
part.
a brush on my microphone for the next 30 minutes. I hope
People
you
watch
ejaculate."
gags to it. I thought people only watch girls do it.
Those guys, girls,
I mean, just
dogs.
people in general. It's the same for
yeah.
everybody. It's creepy no matter who does it.
Yeah, well, because it's like a solid colored background, usually like a
Yeah.
black and like a ring light, and they're just like, "Hello,
Yeah, and they've got that face.
I'm
just
Destiny."
like, welcome. I have a hyphenated first name.
Hello to John Kit's ASMR videos. That's right. I need to stare at the camera.
Now just drag your dick
now-
across the microphone.
All right, 1 second.
I know it's a pain to edit, but I think video is the best thing we've ever done for this podcast.
I learned a lot from the last episode that I think will make this time kind of speed up a bit.
You just take out me entirely? Is that what happens? And then
Cutting out the middleman. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm the middleman.
and then act like I don't exist, and that makes it easier.
So last weekend, Labor Day weekend, the American holiday, I went to the worst city on God's green earth. I went to the Missouri of cities, Atlanta, Georgia, and crowded myself in a small space with about 100,000 of my closest friends. And because of it, I now have the cold, which is fun, which is why every now and again you're going to see me just turn away from the camera and my audio is going to go mute.
I mean, they
It's
won't
because
see
I'm
that.
hacking up a lung.
They won't see that.
Oh yeah, I forgot you do actual video editing.
Yeah.
You keep it professional on this podcast as opposed to mine where it's. So anyway, y'all will never see that because professionality. Anyway, Kit, what I got? Get
What? Who?
jackass.
Are you done talking about dragons and cons and stuff?
Dragon convicts.
So, anyways, how was your day, Terry? Oh,
Sucked. I had to wake up at 8 a.m.
what?
God forbid. I woke up at 6.
Okay,
Suck
no
a
need to
dick.
brag about it.
I woke up at 5:30.
Gee, it's not a competition,
Look
all
at
right?
you with your
No
30-minute
human
head
should be
start on the
awake
day.
before like fucking 10 o'clock at the earliest.
Like half my day is over if I do that. On the weekends, I can't even wake up past 7. Oh wait. Sorry. He was talking about a dragon or something like that. So tell us again how you slayedeth the dragon.
So yeah, I went to Dragon Con, which is pretty much Comic-Con, but in the South. And it's a lot of people, and I got to see Peter Capaldi.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was fun. I went to a panel with him. I was going to get his autograph, and then my friend almost died. Basically, the line to see Peter Capaldi, we stood there for about an hour and a half. He got a migraine, almost passed out, and I pretty much had to carry him back to the hotel, which was fun. But I did get to see him on a panel, which is fun, and I've got video and stuff I'll probably put in a Dropbox that you can drop into this podcast if you so wish. But the highlight of my Dragon Con... The highlight.
Is it a full moon?
Yes, I'm becoming a werewolf right before your eyes. The highlight of my Dragon Con experience by far was that I got to see Tom Kenny, who is the voice actor behind SpongeBob, put on a concert.
Yeah.
He has a band called Tom Kenny and the High Seas, and Tom Kenny drinks a lot. And he was very drunk, and it was hilarious to watch because he was giving a good performance, but you could tell he had been drinking that day, which was what really pulled it together in my eyes.
What gave that away?
I mean, it's just like the way he was acting.
So what? Based on the picture you sent, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I mean, was it just
It was wild. I hate the world.
I feel like yelling is the most efficient way to clear your throat. I'm like, I got a little tingle. Better.
Sorry.
That's how the Vikings did it. I don't know.
I mean, it's my battle cry. I mean, it was just like he was acting. He was just buck wild. He may just be like a very easily excitable dude, but I mean, it's like he was. You haven't lived until you've seen SpongeBob pelvic thrust, and he was pelvic thrusting a lot during this concert and stuff like that. And like I said, once I send the videos, I think some of it'll make sense. But the best part, he did at the very end. He performed the SpongeBob theme live. And that made my inner child just go completely wild. It was a lot of fun. That was one of my highlights. I got his autograph. I got to meet John Barrowman, who played Captain Jack in Doctor Who, which is fun. I got his autograph too. And then I spent a lot of money on a stupid jacket that looks like Captain America, which is fun.
Nice.
Sounds pretty cool.
I would
for the win.
Oh shit, yeah.
No, I'm not wearing anything.
Chest hair. I've got it in the other room. Otherwise, I'd bring it in here. That and it's 150 degrees. And I don't feel like putting a jacket on.
Put a jacket on. Put it.
Anyway,
on.
I'll just put a picture up instead, or Terry will.
Well, yeah.
In post.
I'll do it. You say.
Yeah, I'll do it. And I edit this podcast.
And then I'm gonna be sitting there
so
a couple days going, fucking asshole.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people there, which is why I'm sick now, which I hate. I'm sick at least in one production a week that we do on this show.
Nice.
And this week it's the podcast, which is great. I didn't really get
It's like
I'm gonna take a
angry
back
Jeff
seat.
Goldblum. It's probably what Jeff Goldblum's dog sounds like.
I've got a Fitbit, and I did something in the neighborhood of like 40,000 steps in a weekend and walked about 30 miles, which is very painful because usually I do about 5 miles a day with work. And it was a lot of walking. The Dixie horn just went off.
Ride's here.
I apologize.
You're a mess. Jesus.
I am a
What's
mess.
going on in this podcast for real? I wonder how much of this actually makes the final cut.
So yeah, that was my Dragon Con experience. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to go back next year and hopefully be more prepared and hopefully wear a mask so I don't get caught with the screaming flu. Because if you've never had the screaming flu, it's not fun, and especially on a podcast.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I went to RTX a few years ago, and I didn't have any issue. Sucks to suck.
Yeah, I think a lot of it probably has to do, because I kind of felt myself getting sick toward the end of the convention, but right now ragweed pollen is really bad in this area. So I don't think that's helping it any. Like, I definitely feel like I'm sick, but I think it wouldn't be as bad if it were not for the sporadic explosion of ragweed. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I look forward to going back next year. I'll definitely go back next year and probably take video or something. Like, I just randomly recorded bits and pieces because I was like, God, Terry will probably like this for the podcast, or if I do Weird Man White Van.
I imagine it would go in Weird Man White Van because I figure you'll talk about it there as well whenever you do that again. So there's a podcast I've been watching for a long time, and I've brought up on this very show many times, but I've always cut it out. I don't know why, but there's a podcast called Your Mom's House with comedian husband wife Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky, I think is how you say her last name.
I'm fairly certain I have literally never heard you say those words in my entire life.
Your mom's house?
Yeah,
I have never heard of that podcast. I love Tom Segura.
Very enjoyable. I'm like halfway through an episode. I was watching it just before we started this. In the last few weeks, they've been talking about this moral dilemma. So we're all familiar with the hit film Forrest Gump, right?
Definitely.
We all
Never heard
familiar.
It seems like a lead-in to a episode of Movies and Such.
And we're all familiar with the fact that Forrest Gump is a little slow. Are we? You right? Yes, we're on the same page there.
Yes.
So
Are you talking about how the girl's a rapist? Because I
yeah,
believe
pretty
that.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
That's what they've been talking about, and I want to talk about. This is my topic this week. Is it morally okay for that Ginny took advantage of this?
I'm gonna actually wipe that off my list of things to talk about in movies and stuff. Because we're talking about it here. Okay, cool.
Oh, well,
This is an episode of Movies and Such. It's the Movies and Such portion of Not Really, but kinda.
sure.
I never thought about that. I don't know.
Because there's also the potential perspective that she didn't take advantage of him. It's kind of like what was it? There's something where like some show where some disabled person got jerked off by someone. It was basically a pity jerk, and there's the idea that that's what Jenny was doing for Forrest. Is that it was basically like this poor guy, I'll just fuck him once or 5 times or whatever. Let him see my hungry little titties, and just
So this is something.
give him a good time.
This is a stupid question, but it's something I've just started thinking about. Like, so
The fact you're in deep thought about this is worrisome.
no, so like, do people have sexual urges like that?
Forrest did.
Well, Forrest Gump is a fictional character. I'm
No,
talking
he's
about
not.
like
He's real.
real bona fide.
You do know
There's
that
the
the
episode
mentally
title right
handicapped
there.
people are actual people, right?
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
I know they
Like,
are.
there's all sorts of stories about people like in the special needs classes in school. Like they catch the kids just fucking each other just all the time.
Really? What?
They're horny little beavers.
It also kind of depends on what type of mentally handicapped you're talking about, because there are it's a lot of time it's based off of what age you develop to and then you stop at. So like if you're like a 25-year-old who acts like a 13-year-old, that's a mentally handicapped thing. Not like in normal people that act like 13, but like you've developed to the age of 13, and then that's where you stopped. So any urges you had when you were 13, that person lives with for their entire life.
So
Yeah, see, because I don't know how any of that works.
So if
I
you
don't
like
really look into it. I
shoved
don't
your
wanna know what's
penis
wrong.
into a refrigerator multiple times, and that's probably what you did.
excuse me?
Wait, back up.
What?
How did we make this jump?
That was a jump out of nowhere. He was
That was an Olympic level jump.
Whenever you're 13, you're like, well, I have a penis, and I don't know what to do with it, so you start,
You had a
closing
very
in things,
interesting
right?
childhood, Kit.
I never
say-
did this, but you just look like somebody that would. That's why I'm like,
Hypothetically speaking.
I'm just like,
hypothetically, maybe you just enjoy the combination of cold, warm, and pain.
I've
Hypothetically,
never
I don't know.
banged a refrigerator. I
Maybe,
can say.
maybe hypothetically, I like the feeling of the rubbery bit on the edge of the door. I don't know. Just hypothetical. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I can never say that I've had the urge to fuck my refrigerator. And you can quote me on that.
But not put that on a t-shirt.
Please.
are you kidding? That's going to be his slogan for...
That's my new intro.
How do you? What's the way to perceive Forrest Gump though? Is it like this whore with taking advantage of this poor boy, or this whore just taking pity with this little
Either
boy?
way, she's a whore.
Either way, she's a whore for sure. No, yeah, they made it very clear throughout the movie. Jenny's a whore. Like maybe not like a full-on prostitute, but like
But she's kind of horrible.
I mean, she dies of AIDS. I mean, she's been fucking around.
Yeah.
I mean, and how many people who aren't whores take you into their dorm room and be like, bleh, titties.
You got a good point.
I mean, they're like childhood friends, not like fuck buddies at this point. And she just got done fucking a guy in her car, and she's like,
Okay.
See, one of the things that I actually have more of a problem than her taking obvious sexual advantage of a mentally retarded person, even if it's a pity titty, then it's more the fact that the entire movie is about how a mentally handicapped white guy can do what black people can do better. So it's racist.
Excuse
because he's a really good running back who ends up calling the cops on one of the presidents,
Nixon?
Watergate. Yeah, Watergate. That was actually a black guy who originally did that. He taught the "You ain't nothing but a hound dog." That guy. I can't remember his name right now because I don't have my notes.
It's like one of the most
Elvis?
famous musicians of all time. His name is Elvis Presley.
That guy.
my dumbass
You've probably
knows
never
that.
heard of him before. I mean, name one Elvis Presley song. That's right, you can't. Okay,
Yeah,
moving on. He taught the leg thing.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
The leg thing that Elvis Presley's famous for. That was actually inspired by a black guy. Every single thing that Forrest Gump does in the movie was originally done or perceived as being good by black people, and then he stole to show that white people that they can do it too, even if they're mentally handicapped.
You lost me, but it's good to see this is what a recording of movies and such looks like
Just yeah,
for
but
future
and then
reference.
this,
Because he's
and
like,
then-
and then black people and Watergate.
See, that's like him running.
Listen here, folks. Watergate was a conspiracy. Oh, Alex Jones is gone. You can take his place.
Oh, good. Except for I'm saying that the movie is showing not equal instead of making it so Sandy Hooks is definitely not a lie. That's what I'm trying to say.
I want to live a day in the head of Orgeron Kit.
Where'd
just
he
to
go?
see.
I was like this, and I looked back, and he was gone.
I'm done.
Where'd he go?
I'm tired of this.
Come back.
I don't need to deal with this.
Kit, can you do me a favor? I want
mine?
you one day. I just want you to get slammed and do an episode of movies and such, because I can see.
Stick a camera there and be like, listen, it's all fake. Movies aren't even real.
Winnie the Pooh's not even a real bear.
He's not even a bear.
That's
Winnie
what I
the
want.
Pooh is a girl bear. That's what you need to know. Winnie the
Peter
Pooh
Rabbit.
is girl. Winnie the Pooh was actually named after a girl bear. So fun fact, huh?
But none of those mad ravings of a lunatic answered my essential question.
Okay, so even mentally handicapped people can do white girls better than black people. That's what That's where it all together. Isn't that what we were talking about?
No. Kid, honey, please.
Time to stop.
It's time to be done now.
I am so lost right now.
Part of racism doesn't necessarily have to be bad things. It's just assuming things about people based on their race.
Yeah, and that's what this whole movie does.
It's just.
It takes all the accomplishments of what the black people did around that time period and show that a mentally handicapped white person can do it. That is the movie in a nutshell.
I guess I see where you're... we should move on. I don't feel comfortable.
It's like he derailed a train and put it on an entirely different track.
Hey, it's your fault for talking about movies.
I mean,
That's my
is it
thing.
though? I don't think
And
it's
I
good.
have the weirdest opinions on movies, so you should know that.
Yeah, but you just...
It was a simple question.
Is it okay for this girl to fuck this kid? And you're like, but black people...
Let me tell you how black people do. Like, completely different.
Well, I was saying that I think that it's obviously rape.
no.
It's obviously rape that what she's doing.
What you're saying is Forrest Gump is better at rape than black people, is what I'm taking away from this.
What
Is that what you're
black
trying-
people are normally so good at, like getting shipped to Vietnam and raping white women. Forrest Gump does better.
I never thought we could get more racist than we've already been, but here we are.
Oh my god.
Wow. Let's go ahead and start the Klan rally.
It's not racist to point out all the stuff that happens in Forrest
No,
Gump.
it's not
that is
racist
very
to point out that
similar.
stuff, but it's like everything else definitely was. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what the next topic is, but let's get to it.
People in tank tops. People in tank tops make me uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to talk about it because I don't like tank tops. It's too
Now,
much.
Just people in general?
The shape of people, just people. I don't like it.
What about like a tank top with a shirt over it? Are you just like, that's too close to the line?
Maybe I mean, what do you mean with a shirt over it?
You're talking like dude wearing a wife beater underneath his shirt?
It's like if I can't see the tank top, then it's fine.
Like maybe it's like a baggy shirt and you can like see the tank top there, and you're like, well, that looks like a bra underneath the shirt.
That's probably fine because it's just like a strap. It's the entire piece. It's the entire clothing item that makes me uncomfortable. And if someone's just, I don't know why, but if someone's just in a tank top, I don't like it.
Any person?
Any person, I don't like it.
What about like
black people?
That sounds racist. What about like really buff guys that are like, I'm swole working out? And
I don't get what part of anyone you don't understand. I don't like when people wear tank tops. It's just too much.
What about if it's a hot girl with boobs?
It's just too much.
Cover that up. Parka.
You're so indecent. Put some clothes on.
It's too much or too little? Because I feel like it's more too little.
It's not. Because it's not like there's just too much skin showing. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's like maybe it's just like it is. I don't know. I'm not like you. Oh, you heathen! Put on some clothing, have some dignity. But like
cover those ankles, girl.
Yeah, like I don't give a shit about that. But like tank tops, like I don't give it. Like it's weird. It's like you hear that, but like if someone was wearing booty shorts, I don't care. You know.
So what about a sports bra?
I think even then I don't care.
So it's just tank tops.
It's just tank tops, yeah.
So you're just racist for tank tops.
Well, if they were a race, sure.
I'm tired of all these tank tops coming around here, stealing our jobs.
That's weird.
Just I don't know. There's no real rationale behind it, so I can't really explain myself. I just know I see them and I'm like, I wouldn't.
Take it off.
You wouldn't wear it or you wouldn't do it?
If I was in their shoes, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
If I was in their tank top, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not a big tank top person myself. I think they're uncomfortable to wear, but I don't really have a strong opinion about other people wearing them. It's not like I look at them and I'm like, oof.
I don't go oof either, but it's just kind of like,
So we're never gonna have a GoBicker tank top?
No, probably not.
If I had one made and I wore it on this show, what would you do?
I'd be very uncomfortable. I mean, it's that simple. There's nothing crazy about it. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but
that's your version of trees underwater. I
guess, I think it is, yeah. My eyes are dumb fucking trees, and I'm like, fuck tank tops. But then, even still, it's not quite that dumb, because Maya's, like, scared of trees underwater. They, like, give her the heebie-jeebies, and for me, I'm just like,
You're not scared of tank tops?
I'm like, if I was a sim, I would just kind of have, like, an emoji. That would be like, no.
That's in your dislikes. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
See, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything like that where I'm just like,
no, I would hope not. It's fucking weird.
I have something that I actually don't like that I'm similar to, but I know a lot of people that actually wear these, so I feel weird about saying that I don't like them, and that I kind of like a little bit despise people whenever they wear them. It's leggings.
Really?
Yeah, just leggings.
Okay.
Or sweatpants, yoga pants, I guess, is another one they call
I think those are God's gift to mankind.
Yeah. So, well, Kit's married. You got to remember that, too. So he's...
I am God's gift to mankind. I am your sweatpants.
I'd wear you all day long. I'm the exact opposite. I believe that they are God's gift to mankind.
Yeah.
And I enjoy them in every way, shape, and form.
And lots of shapes.
I just have a problem because people don't realize that that there's certain body types that look very
look like a can of biscuits busted open.
Yeah, and whenever they wear the same skin tone, sweatpants is what they're wearing. Yeah, like they wear the same skin tone.
God, no.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a picture of it on Reddit.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those where you just look at it and you're like, I didn't really want to know what you were dealing with, but I guess now I'm forced to know this. Thank you.
See every detail, every lump, every piece of cellulite. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and that does make me uncomfortable. But like the other, probably 87.3% of the female population, and sometimes male population that wear them, I'm all right with it.
I can't think of any time I've ever seen a male in yoga pants.
Oh, just me?
Yesterday, I saw, as I was getting dropped off to go to class, I think I saw 30 people who all looked the exact same. Like, there were these, like, 6.5-foot, really big, giant, like, muscly guys, and they all had, like, very similar types of hair. It's kind of like in the Clone Wars animated series, when you see all the different clone troopers, but they all have, like, slight changes to make them unique. It was a bunch of people going into the gym looking like that. And it was like, what the fuck? It was like a parade of these, like, just clons walking
just
by.
Just a parade of douchebags.
And they're all wearing, like, the same thing. I don't know if they're douchebags, but, like, they're clones. It was fucking weird. And most of them were in tank tops, and I was kind of like, and I think that's where I thought of this. But now I'm thinking about it.
Probably. It's kind of like when you go onto a college campus around October, and every white girl is wearing Uggs and leggings and like a white shirt with some kind of brown vest.
Yeah, it's
pretty much Han Solo. White girl edition.
It's basic bitch Han Solo.
Yeah, and that's all you see around college campuses as soon as fall hits and it cools off to the point where you can wear your warm clothing.
I really like wearing my sweatshirt, but it's been too hot, so.
Well, you can get one for GoBicker and make yourself really hot.
But I don't want to be hot. I just want to be like at room temperature.
I'm always hot because I live in Texas.
Yeah.
And they don't believe in seasons other than summer in Texas.
No, we murdered winter.
That's another downside to Texas. Another plus side to Minnesota is we have seasons here.
You have. Shut up.
Got you, the bitch.
I like how you're just wielding a knife. I just want to bring that up. I am the knife guy. So anyway.
So, how was your day? Today.
We're not doing this again. We did it last time.
How was your day, Kit?
Okay, fine, we're doing it again. Right.
Today's awesome because today's the first day of football, and that's the reason why we're wearing a jersey. But
I feel like it's been the
going
first
to
day
be
of football for like 3 weeks now, and it just never
today's
stops.
the actual first day of football. The last weekend was first day of
If I had $1 for every time
college.
someone like the last 3 weeks has said it's the first day of football, I'd probably have enough money to buy a gun and shoot myself.
So
I wouldn't have to hear the
because
word.
today would
is
be
the first
the
day of
actual day.
football.
Any of the other days, the people were lying because they don't know what real football is.
So can you start a sports podcast so we can have that?
No, I'm vetoing it now. No.
Why not a sports podcast? I would do a sports podcast.
What was the one I suggested last night? Oh, it was a religious podcast that we do every Sunday where we talk about Jesus.
God.
In nomine Patris, Aspilius, Spiritus Sanctus.
Boy, I was a cringe little fuck when I was religious, and
Pray tell.
I think I might have talked about it once before already on one of the shows. One time, it's not even that long ago, it's the worst part. Like, I had a debate in school about gay marriage and stuff, and I was against it at the time because I was religious. But even the fucked up part is, like, at that point, it was in like 9th grade, so really quite recently, and it wasn't even that religious at that point. So it's like
just real homophobic.
So it's like, why was I arguing? I barely disagreed. And then, not that long afterwards, I'm like, oh no, that's fucking dumb. And I've gone like the complete opposite direction then.
He's now very gay. To atone for his sins.
Even before that, just having arguments about like the importance of God and dumb shit. It's like, I shouldn't say dumb shit because to some people it still means a lot, but like,
I'm only slightly Roman Catholic currently.
Roman Catholic. Yeah, Kit is our holy anchor in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, I'm actually Roman Catholic and stuff like that. And then my wife is Baptist, so
you're not even a pure Catholic.
I believe in
you've tainted the waters. Ugh.
I believe in saints, and she believes that they don't exist, and so I'm like, well, hell, a saint is just somebody who's gone to heaven.
Well, there's a bit more to it than that.
No, that's literally what a saint is.
Also, to become a saint, you also have to perform or have proof of 3
to be
miracles?
Proven that you are in heaven. It's to be proven that you're in heaven for the church to call you a saint. They have to know that you're in heaven, and in order to be in heaven, you have to do these things to prove that you're in heaven. Otherwise, if you believe somebody's in heaven, you believe that they're a saint.
Hi, real quick, before we get any farther into this very riveting religious debate, I want to clarify something that we won't ever clarify in this whole conversation, and that is that me and Kit are actually both right. See, I looked it up, and it turns out that everyone who gets into heaven is technically a saint, but What I'm referring to in this argument is specifically canonized saints, which are the people who have to perform the miracles, and the church like votes on them or whatever the process is. So basically, this argument is like a breakdown in communication, and it was also like a bit of ignorance on my side because I'd never heard just anyone who gets into heaven referred to as a saint. I always just assumed when you're talking about saints, you're talking about people who have been canonized by the church. So anyways, just so you, the audience, are more aware than me or Kit was during this argument, and you can laugh at us as we argue and look like idiots. Enjoy. Miracles. This part.
Miracles are what make it so that you... No, miracles are what make it so the Catholic Church can say you're a saint.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
If the Catholic Church is going to say somebody's a saint and say somebody's in heaven, they have to be 100% sure.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah, but anybody who goes... That's the belief, is anybody that goes to heaven.
No. People just go to heaven or people in heaven. Saints are specific, like, people who have, like, prove themselves worthy to God and, like, will be like, give you a shout out. Like, yo, dog.
It's pretty much the Twitter verified of being religious.
Yeah, that's a really good way to, that's, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
they're just verified the fact that they're actually in heaven.
And, like,
that's
Twitter God has been like, all right, you've done these two or three, I can't remember what the amount is. It's either 2 or 3 miracles. You're verified now. You get a feast day and everything.
Yeah,
not everyone gets a feast day.
The Roman Catholic Church can say that they are in heaven because they did the miracles, and so they have proof that they are in heaven.
But they did the miracles when they're over yonder here.
No, you have to do miracles whenever you're dead.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not how that works. You do miracles here and throughout your lifetime, and then when afterwards people go, well, shouldn't they be a saint? Yeah, well, this happened, and this happened. Yeah, they probably should be a saint. Yeah, okay. And also plus, their life of service to the church and blah, 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 so on and so forth. They've been chosen. They've been Twitter verified by the big man upstairs.
It's 2 miracles after you've died.
What?
That's what it is. It's...
What does WikiHow say?
How to become
I guarantee you it's on there. Let me find it, and I will hold on.
Yeah, I would love to see what WikiHow has.
I'm going to take you all on a very spiritual tour once I close these 500 windows of Firefox I accidentally opened trying to get to my web browser. This better be in WikiHow or I'm going to be very disappointed.
I'll be incredibly disappointed.
3 ways to become a saint.
Oh,
WikiHow.
3 ways. Oh, wow. Okay.
There's 3 ways, and I'm going to bring you all on the spiritual journey of finding out how to become a saint. Right now, I just got an email from Planet Fitness. Saints are people that Christians, particularly the Roman Catholics, believe were the most holy and virtuous servants of God.
Yeah, so not just some other random fuck.
Yeah, they're not just some Joe
Only
schmuck.
the most holy people go to heaven. That's the whole religious thing.
They are now in heaven. Saints are celebrated with prayers on days on the holy calendar and art and iconography in churches. Okay, that's not what I just want to know how to become a saint. Okay, number 1, step 1, become Catholic. You can't be a saint without being Catholic.
Okay.
So if you've been living a life of sin so far, don't worry. Many saints were sinners and underwent radical life changes, so they joined the church. So if you're a sinner, if you've been sinning, it's cool. You can still become a saint because some other dude did something. I don't know. Step 2, live an exemplary and pious life. So pretty much don't be a dick. That's a good way to become a saint. Step 3, perform at least 2 miracles. Now, this is the one that's important. I'm going to read, this is the one I will read the words from because the other ones are long, and this one's long as well, but I feel like this is important to the argument. Miracles are extraordinary events, not normally attainable through human works, and thus attributed to the intervention of a divine and supernatural power. Unexplainable healing of the incurably sick, wounded, or dying is a classic. It's a classic. As an interceding to miraculously stop or rescue people from an impending disaster. Those are a lot of big words. Really, however, a miracle can be any inexplicable but benevolent phenomenon that you can conjure up. Just remember, you aren't really performing these miracles. God is performing these miracles through you.
Yeah. That's the whole,
so you got to get on a personal connection with God.
The whole idea of sainthood in general is that you are working on God's behalf.
Now wait, there is more. But wait, There's more. You don't technically have to perform these miracles while you are alive. You could intercede from heaven to make your miracles happen instead. However, it isn't guaranteed that you will be recognized for your miracles after you perform after your death, so it doesn't hurt to get this requirement out of the way as soon as possible.
I like how that was said, but so we were both right?
But you're still wrong about the fact that everyone in heaven is a saint, because that's some bullshit.
According to WikiHow, which is our go-to religious source.
That's our Bible.
That's our Bible. Now, step 4 is my personal favorite, and one that I live by. Step 4, die.
Yay! My favorite part.
No getting around this one. Sainthood is a posthumous title. So yeah, die. Die is an important one. And method 2 of 2. It said 3, but apparently there's only 2 methods listed in this one. Step 1 in method 2 of becoming a saint, according to WikiHow. Yeah. Develop a local devotion of people who remember your holiness and pray to you. So that's pretty much what we're doing here with
So
GoBicker.
is Martin Luther a saint then? Because all those fucks are off being Lutherans.
I closed the page. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Step 2, have your local bishop initiate a cause with the Vatican's Congregation for Sainthood. So basically, ask the Pope.
Yo, dog, can I get verified by God?
Can I get verified?
God
It's pretty much like
verified?
slipping. It's like you're having lunch with Twitter and you just slip him a 20 under the
dog.
table.
Yeah, dog, got you.
Step 3, get investigated by the church.
Okay,
like a weird
but
thing
like
to
just
do.
on anything, it doesn't really matter what.
A postulate will pore over the details of your life, works, and writings. Any miracles attributed to you will also be thoroughly and skeptically investigated. Make sure everything is squeaky clean, nothing is off the table for this investigation, and devil's advocate will be around arguing against your case. So yeah, don't murder people to cover up for your past sins.
Your fake miracles.
Pretty much, yeah, for your fake miracles. Be recognized, step 4, be recognized by the Pope as venerable. So, once again, you gotta get on the Pope's good side.
He's the big man's big man.
He's like the right-hand man. Step 5, have your first miracle verified and be beastified by the Pope. Beatified. And it's pretty much a lot of the second method is become pretty good friends with the Pope. Is what I'm taking away from this one.
You'll be good.
Step 6, get that second miracle verified and become a saint. So pretty much get go with the Pope, do 2 miracles, you can be real good with the Lord.
It sounds like it could be like, Penn and Teller go to the Pope and they're like, hey, yo, Pope, you like us? He's like, yeah, I like Penn and Teller. And they go, all right, watch this. Whoa, and the ball's gone. And he's like, wow, fuck, that was a good
Congratulations,
miracle.
you're both saints.
Yeah.
Are all those who are in heaven saints? Question mark.
No.
Yep, all in heaven are saints. In fact, Paul calls all believers saints. That's in the Bible. Paul.
Oh, so I guess by your definition then, it's basically how the fact like when you go to church you're all like apostles, but like they're still like the apostles and they're different.
Yeah.
There's like the 12 main folks, and yet they're like, oh, all my children, but you're not really his children. So it's like you're saints, but you're not really saints. There's some real saints, and then there's just all these other fogies.
I don't quite understand how anything in the religious world, even when I was religious, I didn't understand how anything in the religious world works.
I mean, there's people who spend like their entire life reading about it, and they're like, yeah, dude, God.
It took me like a solid 2 years to understand who Jesus was.
Okay, but that's like the easiest part.
Well, no, but they're always like, he's the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit all in one. Yeah. It's like, but what does that mean? And it gets real confusing.
And they're like, don't worry about it. Yeah. So I guess if that's the part you're getting hooked up on, then yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You win.
Because it's like,
everybody
how is
else.
he all 3 at once? Is that incest? Who really did sleep with Mary the Virgin?
Well, she got raped by the ghost.
Yeah, naturally. But does that mean she's still a virgin if she got raped by a ghost? Well, if it was a ghost.
See, that's what I'm wondering now, too. What if the ghost of Forrest Gump fucked Mary, the Mother of God? Does this mean we're going to get hit by like a car tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah.
Are we gonna die?
But we'll be saints if we go to heaven. Well, I'll be a saint because
As soon as I step outside, I might get struck by lightning just for having this podcast.
It's storming right now for me, so it's gonna happen while I'm on the podcast. So it's gonna be awesome.
Religion's weird. And
Yeah.
a lot of it's answered just by God moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
I'll just stick to being agnostic for right now. It's worked out pretty well for me for.
I like
Past
the Thomas Jefferson idea where it's like, yeah, there's definitely 100% of God, but he made the universe and then fucked off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
ooh,
the way
a
I
good
like
one.
to think about it. Is there's probably something special out there, but you know,
I mean,
you
I don't
really
know.
don't care
Even I
anymore.
don't know. But I like that idea though.
He just left.
Because I'm super paranoid. Like, I'm worried about the government watching me, but I'm also worried about the big man upstairs.
I'm
watching me jerk
worried
off.
about God watching me, and you know, God knows like.
Well, he
all
knows
your
all,
kinky shit.
so he's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, sorry, dude.
I mean, you made me. You made this. You're
This is
the
your
cosmic
fault.
controller. You could have said no porn, just snapped your fingers and it's gone, but you didn't.
Yeah, you could have Thanos
Instead,
porn.
you're sitting up there. You're just sitting there judging me from on high for my triple titty midget porn. Don't worry about it. I am Jesus, Son of God. I
Burst
see.
into light.
That's gonna be a fun bit to edit.
I'm not editing that.
You're not. You're horrible. Come on, do it for the fans.
Sorry, Tim. I'm gonna have to let you down. All right. You guys have anything else? It's gonna be a short one.
Triple titty midget porn. The video ones are all short, which is probably good for
It's
your
not
sanity.
true. The last one was long, but
It was 50 minutes, wasn't it? Something like
was it? Oh, it was. We recorded it long, and a lot got cut out. You're right though. It was only like 50 minutes. Yeah, which honestly it's a pretty good length. I mean, how much do you
that.
really?
Yeah,
need?
50 minutes.
Remember, we've got patreon.com/GoBicker. Donate even the $1 level, and you get shit early whenever that happens. The annoying thing is, more often than not, I can do videos early. Like I could get Weird Man White Van out early, but it's weird because you can't like schedule unlisted videos on YouTube, and you would upload it to Patreon unlisted. So to make it go public on YouTube, I'd have to go manually do it then, or upload 2 versions, and I'm not gonna bother with that. So the main one really is just the podcasts. And then also remember we have GoBicker.com/shop and just GoBicker.com in general. The shop has fun shit on there that might get reworked yet again because I'm learning things about Illustrator finally within one of my classes. So we might make them better in some ways. But either way, they're fine now. So if you want them now, don't think you're getting a bad deal or anything, because you're not.
Get them while they last. And 15 years from now, when we finally get 100 subscribers and we start going to conventions, I will sign those shirts.
Yeah, that's what
for
all the
you.
100 subscriber channels do when they're making all that money at 100 subscribers.
Man, my other channel must be making bank. I'm at 400. Which, by the way, if you are from my channel and you're watching this, why haven't you subscribed yet?
Subscribe. We've only got like 29 subs. We need more.
Fucking subscribe, like the shit. Follow on iTunes or whatever.
Follow on
God.
iTunes, Player FM, Google Play, all the other ones we've got this listed on.
One of these days, I'm gonna get a good rigmarole going, and we're just gonna be able to put some, say something. Just be like, hey, there's a thing, there's that, there's blah, blah, blah. And then we go, okay, anything else? No? Okay, bye. Cut. And then we'll be able to end it.
And then DragCon. Yeah.
Yeah, give us enough money so we can go to DragCon.
Yeah.
Which is like Dragon Con, but much better.
Oh,
Much
tons better.
Way less Overwatch competitions. All right, okay.
No more Overwatch.
He won't see that. I'm going to leave that
He
in.
won't.
And
Oh,
that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Have a good time.
Oh,
Goodbye.
In the jungle.